Hello, this is Ziggy, and welcome to a gameplay commentary. A gameplay commentary inside of Ziggy's Wonderful World. Today we won't be joined by anyone, but I will be doing some of the things I usually do in my Wonderful World, and that would be eating my breakfast. There we go, great cookie that was. So, what we're going to be doing today is, well, you might have noticed that a few things are different. My room being a big change since my last episode, balcony as well. So what we're going to do is I'm going to be doing a tour because a lot of things have changed. My dock, that's there, all that's there. Yeah, it's all very different. So I think we should just start with my room then. I thought that my old model for my room was very sort of, I don't know, it was dull and small and boring and outdated. So I was like, let's make it a bit bigger and a bit better. So I did another floor up here, which is my friend Jay's room. Jay's actually been Wonderful World. He built himself a room through there, but we'll get to that later. He has a few signs here, chests, some things in it. So yeah, that is my room. Balcony. Here's my famous armor. The armor you know me by is here. Through here, nothing much has changed in my hall area, except my piano a bit. There's a tree on the floor. Don't know how that got there. So yeah, that's all the same. Through here, I added a few more bookshelves to my enchantment room to give us some better enchantments. And my living room has changed drastically as well. It was much smaller before, not really much leg room at the couch. Very small TV before, so I upgraded. I got myself a big. I don't know the word. And I gave myself a kitchen through here. A few paintings. Such. Now through here, possibly, very much, possibly, the biggest change in my house, the shack. So if you can remember, back in the day, Joseph, and Jay had a bit of a room off where I built my room through there, and they built their room. It was pretty much the same size as my old room. But then I invited my friend Jack into the world, and he was like, "Oh, go make the room a bit bigger." Because I was like, "You can just have that room." So we ended up, I just made it sort of an accommodation for all my other friends. So we got Connor here. That's the mine shaft. Let me mine your shaft. That is the block collection, Area 51. This is Herman's room. His favourite block's dirt. So I was like, "Why don't you just make your room out of dirt?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'll do that." So yeah, it's great. This is Ellie Ray's room. Oh, dirty flag. Down here is how we get to here. We don't. It's just where we do like. It's got the furnace and got the blast furnace, got the anvil, all that jazz. We'll go through to the shout out garden later. But if we go through to here, everything's the same here except this. We go down here, and it's my secret base. This is the Viet Cong camp where we imprison the Viet Cong. Let's see any Viet Cong. Ah, they must have escaped. They must have escaped. Ah, oh, Viet Cong. Down here is where we get to the Nether, and if you notice, I've got myself some new shiny netherite armor. Pretty snazzy netherite sword. I've got one extra one of these and 3 netherite ingots. So I've been doing a bit of grinding on my Wonderful World, if I do say so myself. This is just, you'll see a lot of just chests lying about, because whenever I'm building something I like to empty out my inventory of everything that I don't need, and I just kind of keep in the things that I don't want to take back. So you'll see a lot of chests and crafting tables about around the world. So yeah, I invited a lot of my friends to join Ziggy's Wonderful World, and I made it a realm so people could just play without me being in it. And it was all nice and fun. Within the realm expired, and we kind of had a big send off. But I think people are going to start joining back in just with me in the world. Nothing special. I'll list out a few of my friends who've played on it in a while. The bakery, of course, the bakery, the first addition to Ziggy's Wonderful Town. I thought the bakery was very ugly. I even said that when I first built it. I was like, "This is a very ugly building." So I made it nice and pretty. I made it nice and cool and a proper sort of medieval bakery. I've scanned all of the cakes. There's a lot of cakes here. I ate them all. Up here, this is where we have all the cookies. Oh, I love me some cookies. You know that. Up here, my friend Mirren. She lives here in the bakery. This is her room. Very, very splendid. So there's some chests that I was talking about. There's another one there. It's got a lot of wood in it actually. I might go back to that if I need some wood. The clothes store. We're going to have a grand opening because this is the newest building. We've got some fireworks ready for everyone to come and view it. If I just sort of go over here, it's the clothes store. It's very empty now. There's not much clothes to be bought. That is I don't know what it says. That is a changing room. Through here is also a changing room, or whatever you call it. I don't know what you call it. I don't work in retail. Okay, so now we go through to the shout out garden. I was like, okay, let's make a big map of the wonderful world. But whenever you open a map, it only opens to the point where you're actually at. So it's just a bunch of like the main area. So it's not that cool. Through to the shout out garden, a lot more people have been added. I'm not going to go through everyone, but I think I might start with a random sign. If we go here, no, that's a bit weird. Go here. Okay, yeah, this is the perfect one. This is the perfect one. This is a few of my friends who've played in the world. We've got Tadger, who's Jack. We've got Condogs, who's Connor. Catherine Gallagher, who's Kate Marie. And Papa Bear, Christopher Caldwell. They've all played in the world. They're very high-ranking members. The mine area over here is pretty much the same. This was where, well, not really. Actually, we covered it up, and now it's the old mine, sort of like a monumental mark in the wonderful world. So it's pretty special. It's hold dear to me. I'll go over there. That's the funland / sort of confession booth. Okay, so over here, see that big house over there? It's Tadger's house. But this here is a work in progress. This is going to be a pet shop, a pet store type thing. I don't know if I'll ever finish it. If I can be arsed, then I will. This is the saloon that Jack was building to promote the movie Red Dead Western, and I will put a trailer for that at the end of the video. Because y'all need to watch that. Y'all need to watch the trailer for Red Dead Western. Up here, this is Jack's house. Very ugly, in my opinion. It's kind of cool here with the emerald. Cool emerald. Very cool emerald. He's very lucky to have that emerald. This is his enchantment room. Why would you use this when there's such a cool enchantment room over in my house? I don't know. It's very empty. I might give myself a room here actually. I might. This could be my room. Let me just. This could totally be my room. There we go. My room. My room. There we go. You can't complain about this. This is a statue of him. Statue of Tadger. So now if we go down here. This is his living room, rubbish living room. I gave him my old telly, you see, because you know how I had my very small TV. I gave him my old TV, and I gave him that one. And I got the new big one. I need to stop placing blocks everywhere. I haven't played Minecraft in a while. I'm a bit rusty. This is a storage room. Hobba. Mine's is much better, but mine's is very OP because I had a bunch of enchantment books from back in the day. Over here we have the steakhouse. I'm one for enjoying my steaks, so it's a good wonderful steakhouse. So I was like, let's build a steakhouse. You know, there's not much steak here in the steakhouse. The parrot. Oh, I don't know what it says. I can't be arsed reading any signs that I haven't put down myself yet. Oh, chests. Chests, of course. There's chests. There's some banners that I used for that. Nothing in that one. This is the Christmas tree. I actually haven't looked in any of these. Santa brought them down, and I hadn't looked in any of the chests. But you know, if I can take my present now. It's the best present I could have asked for. 64 cookies. 64 cookies. That's going to be a great breakfast tomorrow. Going to be a brilliant breakfast tomorrow, Papa Bear. They all got really. You know what? I got the best present, I'd say. Tadger. I think he opened this present actually. I think he got coal. Afro Kid, of course he got. That's Herman, of course he got dirt. An elytra. We haven't fought the Ender Dragon yet. Santa must be very, very magic. So, yep, that's all of that. Through here, this is the dock. Last thing, or I'll start with the bridge. The bridge, and then I bought an RV. I just parked it there. It's not going anywhere. You can't. Maybe I'll chisel that out and give myself a road to actually drive through. But yeah, I bought an RV and I placed it there. I don't know. I thought it was an impulse buy, midlife crisis. Through here, this is the cool bridge to get over to here, and it's just kind of you stand here and you look out at things. But there's a lookout on the other mountain, the other hill, so there's not much point in here. This is the dock. Last thing I built in my Wonderful World was the dock. So I was going to build boats and a few restaurants. I built the boats. These are the cool boats. They're colourful and I like them. We're going to build a restaurant here, and we're going to call it the Roll Shop. It's very sort of creative name, the Roll Shop. And now it's time to get sad. It's time to get sad, fellas. Steak, Jay's chicken steak. Rest in peace, steak. This is why you don't take off. Peaceful is his last words. This was the steak tree. This is where he'd always stand here and he'd always walk about. Peace and love tree. Peace and love tree. Love steak. And then here he is. This is the steak monument. What's it say over here? Oh, steak monument. Strict no entry. You know, I do miss him. He was a vital member to the Wonderful World. Rest in peace, steak. It's very upsetting. Okay, time to get happy again. So now, if we go over here, I didn't mention that before. This is the well. Before there was a fountain, but it was a bit too big. It was more sort of right in the middle here, but because I wanted to expand it, I just put a well because I think the well looks a bit cooler. I'm not sure. So now over here, if we go to the sort of theme park place, we have my roller coaster that I built, and I'm not that proud of it. You'll see in a second. Excuse me. Steg would not be proud. I'm not the happiest with it because it doesn't work. You go up, and then you just get kicked off of it. I watched a YouTube tutorial for it, so you know, blame whoever made that. Don't blame me. This is the confession booth that Jack built. You come in here and you tell him something you're not very proud of. This is the Elvis stage that Jay's currently building. Big plan for this. I think Elvis is coming to town, and also some poet from England. Don't know his name. It's like Eugene or something. I'll cover that up later. That's a big block over there. Don't know what it is. And then there's a statue. I think it might be Christopher's. I think it's my friend Christopher's, and he's very private, secretive over things like that. So I'm not gonna interfere in that at all, because I wouldn't want to, you know, I wouldn't want to do that to him because he's very secretive and he'll get a bit angry at me. That's pretty much it, unless we go over to the spawn. I don't know whose house that is. I'm not sure whose house that is, but the spawn is over here. So we'll go over to the spawn. This is where I joined. This is the area where I was when I joined the world for the very first time. It's like this wonderful public pool. It's so wonderful. Such a wonderful public pool. Over here we have the spawn where it gives a nice little message. It says, "Welcome to Ziggy's Wonderful World," with a statue of Jack. What's this say? Raised crafting table. I think that's stupid. It might be the first crafting table that I put down in Ellie Ray. Completely, you know, stole it from me. But it's my crafting table. Don't mind what it says on it. It's mine. Still a few floating trees about the place. I'll make sure to tidy it up. This is Jack's farm. But yeah, I think that's about it. I think that's all there really is to my wonderful world. Stay tuned. We're going to have the opening ceremony for the clothes shop. Yeah, thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you later for the grand opening. Bye.
Nah, pinboy.
Bo's been my friend for a long, long time.
Mr. Pinball was not a good man.
Your best friend can't go well. About that, Mr. Pinball.
That is a Pinball Monster.